Good morning. How are you? We will finish today the chapter that deals with communicating in a diverse world. We have talked last time about differences in gender, differences in age. Today we will talk about differences in abilities. It's very important to realize that sometimes abilities of people, they differ. And people, they recognize that they have certain disabilities in a certain manner. So when you see that certain people, they have physical or mental disabilities, this means that this might affect their communication style or any other aspect of their getting in with other people easily. So the company should know and recognize these people with disabilities, and they should provide assistive technologies or assistive ways to help those people with disabilities to interact with their colleagues, with the customers, using the computers or any other mean of communication. Moreover, designers, especially computer designers, they can emphasize web accessibility, and they can take steps to make those websites more accessible to those people with limited vision, for instance, or with a certain disability or physical disability. How we can adapt our communication style to any business culture? We have certain guidelines to show us how we can adapt to any business culture that we might be working in. So it's very important beforehand that knowing the culture that we will be working in and the type of people whom will be our colleagues, then this is the first step for succeeding in interacting with other people and communicating with them in an easy way. But first and foremost important is that you should know your own culture. Why? Because understanding your own values will be much easy to introduce yourself to other people, and it makes it easy for them to understand you and your background, your society, and your values in a better manner. So once you understand your own culture, then next step, understand other cultures and understand other people's values. So it's very important to be cautioned about something called the golden rule. We use the golden rule is that treat people the way you want to be treated. Instead of this, consider another golden rule which states treat people the way they want to be treated, because don't compare yourself to other people and don't make yourself a benchmark for how you want other people to treat you, but instead treat people, give them the profit of that you are paying them respect, and you realize the way they want to be treated with respect and good manner, and this is the best way to treat people and to get along with them. Moreover, when we communicate with other people, tolerance is very important. So we should adapt ourselves to be tolerant. Practicing tolerance is a very important art that we need to practice, we need to train ourselves to do it. Moreover, we should be flexible. Flexibility means don't be rigid in your thoughts. So you should be flexible in accepting others' thoughts and accepting the way they are thinking. Show them that you will understand what do they mean in certain things that they want to deal with, and in the same manner that you want them to understand the way that you are thinking in the same way. So treat people the way they want to be treated, in addition that you want other people to treat you the way you want the same way you want to be treated. Moreover, pay respect to other. Paying respect to other is a sign of ethics. So if you are respectable person, then your behavior will reflect this ethical manner in you in dealing with other people. In addition, you should be patient. Practice patience. Moreover, give the people the benefit of the doubt if they make mistakes. Moreover, maintain a sense of humor. This does not mean that always making jokes. No, you allow people to move past embarrassing moments that or anything that they have said and just give them the excuse that they did not mean what they have said or what they have done. When you make mistakes, apologize and then move on. This is the best strategy for explaining or showing your respect to others and that you are a forgiveness person. In communicating with other cultures, they have set 7 steps to improving our communication skills. What are they? As we said, understanding others is very important. Exactly the same way we want others to understand us. So, if we want to understand other cultures, we should study those cultures. We should study their values. We should study the background of the society and so on. And to communicate easily with them, try to speak their language, study the language. In this way, you can easily be accepted because other people will feel that you know their language and you can understand them in an easier way. Respect preferences for communication style. Some cultures, they might prefer written communication. Other cultures, they might prefer face-to-face communication. So, you should respect their preferences and communicate the way they prefer to be communicated with. If you want to write a letter, your writings should be clear. So, write clearly. Speak. In addition, if you want to speak and listen carefully. What does this mean? Be a good listener. People like the person who listens carefully to them. So, don't keep always you speak to other people, but let them speak and express themselves in this is ethical and this is a good manner towards other people. If you don't speak the language of other people, no harm in using interpreters or translators or any software that you see suitable to make your expressions, to make your communication easier. Help others to adapt to your culture. Once we talked about acculturation, which means that at first people usually they don't get along with other people from other societies in an easy manner. They take their time until they understand other people, they understand the culture, and then they start then accepting others people, and gradually they will adapt to the other way of thinking or other way of behavior and so on. So exactly, if you want to pass your acculturation phase, then help others to pass their acculturation phase if they come to your culture or to your society and to your country. When we communicate with people in writing, if you want to write letters or you write a speech to deliver in a conference or in a gathering, what kind of language, what kind of words, what kind of sentences you should use? First of all, use plain language. What do you mean by plain language? Don't use complicated verses. Use words that demonstrate what you really mean. Don't let people asking, what do you mean? Use precise words, which means don't use words with multiple meanings, because in this way people they wouldn't know which one do you mean of the 2 or 3 words. Give examples. When you give examples, you explain yourself in a better manner. When you mention numbers, usually use 27, a numerical number, instead of 27. Slang and jargon language, usually it is the common language. So in writing, don't write in slang language. Write in a proper language which will show that you are an educated person and you know how to write in a good language. Very important to use short sentences. What do you mean by short and simple sentence? When you write a paragraph, don't write the paragraph without commas, without dots. Use sentences inside the paragraph which ends with full stops, then move to another sentence which ends with another full stop, and so on. In this way, you will demonstrate your thoughts in a clear way, and other people will find it easier for them to follow what you mean in your sentence or in your paragraph. Exactly the same way, use short paragraphs. Don't use long paragraphs. This means that I am using this paragraph to talk about a certain topic. Then I move to another paragraph to demonstrate another topic, and so on. Use transition. What does this mean? Help the reader to follow your thoughts, which means that from point A to point B to point C, this means that I am moving the reader consecutively with me to understand what I mean from one sentence to the other, from one paragraph and to the next. If you have multilingual audience, people who will speak different languages, or people who comes from different cultures, for instance, some of them they speak English, others they speak French, others they speak Spanish, German, and so on. So this means that you should adapt yourself to the situation that you will be in. Speak in a clear and simple manner, because multilingual audience, they take their time to comprehend what you are saying. Look for the feedback. They will give you their feedback as soon as you have finished your speech, or so on. Rephrase as needed. If they need explanation, you can rephrase what you have said so that they can understand what you meant in what you have said previously. Clarify your meaning with examples. Giving examples always will support your ideas in a better manner. Don't talk down to other person. Don't look at other person. Don't humiliate them or consider them that they are uneducated or they are less in education than you. So these are the very important rules that we should consider either when writing, in speaking, or in getting along with other people from other cultures. With this, we have finished the chapter that teach us about how we can communicate effectively with other people from other cultures and from diverse backgrounds and so on. So next week, inshallah, we will start with a new chapter according to our syllabus. Until then, see you. Bye-bye.